Hello. Hi.
Welcome.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so happy to be here. So happy to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
If you lived
as well.
one more floor up,
I know.
I was gonna turn around.
Just go right back down.
Just go back down. I'm so excited. Look at this kitchen. It's amazing.
Welcome.
Do you think you have like everything we need or more than that?
More.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we got more than enough.
Cool. Let's get started.
All
I'm
right.
excited. So tell me about what we're making.
We're gonna be making LA Kalbi, which is marinated short ribs, and it's a recipe that my mom used to make for me and all the other Korean American kids back in LA.
So I like to get my hands dirty,
All right.
and I like to be bossed around, especially by women. So make me do whatever you need today.
All right, let's
All right.
go. So we got our short ribs here.
These are gorgeous.
They're cross-cut, so that's what makes them different from regular kalbi.
Okay.
And that makes it like a little bit easier to eat and easier, super quick and easy to marinate.
Okay, so if I'm going to the store to buy these, are they in most markets or is this like a specialty?
You can find them these days in most markets. So the reason LA Kalbi became a thing in Los Angeles is because this is a cut you could find often at Mexican supermarkets
interesting.
in Los Angeles.
Oh, amazing.
So in Korea, you would have like sort of your standard English, the ones that are like the bone with like the meat on
of
top.
course.
But then in Mexican supermarkets, this is what was sort of like the cheap cut to get.
Okay.
So yeah, this became sort of a popular barbecue item. So yeah,
That's
the
great.
first thing we're gonna do is we're going to soak these in cold water.
Okay.
And what this does is it will help draw out some of the blood and like the impurities.
Interesting.
It's one of those things that I'm not sure how legit the science is on it.
But you know what? I do things in my kitchen still that my mom and my grandmother taught me that like make complete sense but have no standing scientifically.
Exactly.
And it gets me like not in trouble because a lot of people relate to it, but when I talk about these things to sort of my broader community, they're always like, that makes no sense. And I'm like, doesn't matter. It makes sense to me and that's it.
That's how we do it, and it works.
So it's drawing the blood out and releasing the impurities.
Yeah, and then another thing that often happens too is that since it's cross-cut, you'll get a little bit of bone dust sometimes.
yeah.
So it'll
Oh my
help
gosh.
You'll see it's already getting like some of the stuff.
So
that's
those are
coming out.
actually the bones?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Great. Now
Okay.
we can move on to the marinade. It's super easy. Here
I'm
we
doing
have
there?
all the
Whoa.
ingredients already.
We love a prepared queen.
Exactly. All right, so the only things we really have to prepare is the onion and the pear.
Okay.
So if you can peel this half of an onion,
All right.
and then I will prepare the pear.
Okay, so the chunks of onion go in here. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put every ingredient. You're gonna tell me what it is. Cool.
All right, so we're gonna add a little bit of sesame oil, and then let's add the soy sauce,
Love it.
and then I'm gonna add a little water. We're gonna add the sugar.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Are we gonna be getting caramelized meat?
You know it. It's gonna caramelize on the grill. It's gonna be so good.
I could cry. Okay.
All right, let's add the minced garlic.
Ooh.
So that's about that's like 2 cloves of garlic, but I like to add a little more.
I always say like a good piece of garlic is about the size of your thumb. I have really big thumbs, so take note. But if you don't have like 2 garlic cloves can also equal 1 garlic clove. That's my math.
I agree. Just round up to 10 cloves of garlic.
Exactly.
That's the way I like to do it. All right,
Great.
gonna add these pear in. We're gonna add the sesame seeds.
Oh, cool. So the sesame seeds are gonna get ground. Great.
And then I'm gonna add the black pepper. I like my ribs like kind of peppery, it has
Yeah.
that like kick. And then lastly, this is optional, but I like to add a little bit of rice wine vinegar for tang.
Yes, aligned. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh.
And that's it. So we can put the top on and hit it.
All right. Pulse or high, low?
Let's go high.
High.
Yeah, let's make it nice and smooth. How are we looking?
I mean, it looks kind of smooth, but I'm convinced no matter how long you go, there's always some you're
One
gonna find a
chunk.
chunk.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a chunk. Should we stop?
Yeah. All right.
And by the way, that one chunk is fine. It's not gonna ruin your recipe.
Perfect.
Oh, it's delish.
Do you want to try a little bit?
Yeah. Wow, it's doing like 10 things at once.
It's a little bit like sweet, salty,
Yes.
a bit tangy. So we've drained our meat, and now we're gonna rinse them just to get
Okay.
all that extra like bone dust or like impurities off.
Awesome.
So if you want to do that, I'll
Okay.
prep the dish. And so
I'm also giving them a massage.
perfect.
They deserve it.
They need a little extra love.
Yeah, exactly. They've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh yeah,
Oh,
so much
see?
more came out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in our marinating dish. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Tuck them to bed.
Exactly. Get them ready for their resting place.
They're close up. Okay, I'm gonna bring these to the table so they can get their outfit.
Pour them right in.
Oh, gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's a juicy, chunky marinade.
It sure is. All right, and I'm just gonna massage them in so that it coats all the ribs.
How long, like dream marinade session, how long?
I would do probably overnight. Like the way my mom would do it is that if we had like a Korean school picnic the next day, she would make these the night before, and then when we got to the park the next day, they'd be ready. So we can just cover that.
Cover them.
And stick it in the fridge for about 12 hours overnight.
Okay, cool. And like any less is just don't even bother?
No, I think you totally can. I mean, honestly, you can marinate it for a couple hours. You can marinate it overnight. I wouldn't marinate it for too long because the meat starts to really break down.
So while the meat is marinating, I figured we could do two of my favorite activities, which are sitting and talking.
Yes,
so let's do
drinking.
It. Oh, drinking. Oh my gosh.
Refreshments. I prepared 2 little drinks, so you can choose which one you want. This is like an old school Korean energy drink, and this one is a old school / made new vitamin drink.
Oh, wow. Do I want energy or vitamins? Do you ever do like an Arnold Palmer half and half or no?
I do sometimes. I just drink both at the same time.
I'm afraid if I do the energy drink that the camera won't be able to capture me correctly.
That's perfect.
So I think I'll do the vitamin drink.
I already had one of those this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like a morning ritual for you?
I do. In Korea, I definitely drink them a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it's delicious. Again, pineapple-y. Right?
Yeah.
Got that like sweet tang. You know, I'm Italian American. Hey. And I share a lot of recipes, and a lot of them are, they're from Italy, but they've changed based on region.
Exactly.
So specific dishes, when I share that my family's made them, because I'm from, New England, that same dish, which came from Italy, might also be made very differently in the Midwest or on the East Coast, or even to like very micro-specific places like LA. So has LA Kalbi left LA?
Yeah, it actually became so popular in LA that it like went back to Korea, and now you can really commonly find LA Kalbi in Korean restaurants in Korea.
We call that the circle of life.
Exactly.
I love that. I hear you have a serious fermentation game going.
Yes, so part of sort of exploring my Korean culinary history is I just like get really excited about being like, how is this made? Like, how is gochujang made? And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, I can do it at home.
Oh.
So these are some of the projects that I've done so far. So this was like my first gochujang. You can get a little smell. And then this was a tomato gochujang that I made. So it kind of will probably smell a little.
I feel like Winnie the Pooh with my little honey pot. I'm like, oh my gosh, so beautiful.
And then this is alcohol that I'm making. These are green plums, and it's called meshiju. Okay. And so basically, I'm just fermenting green plums in a bunch of soju and some vodka.
Do I want to take a whiff of this or no?
I think you should.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, it smells gorgeous. It's not as intense. Yeah, it smells really pretty. Okay. And what are you gonna do with this? Make a scented candle?
Right. No, I'm gonna drink it.
I love
it.
It's
alcohol.
So this is all the stuff you have fermenting? Do you have other fermenting things happening?
I have one more. It's actually fermenting on my fire escape.
Of course.
Which is very
just think, so when the firemen get here, they have a snack. I get it. I totally get it.
Let me grab that. All right, this is gonna be real stinky. So this is
heavy.
I'm making doenjang. So basically, doenjang is like a fermented soybean paste that's used as the base of stews and marinades.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell real crazy. You can already smell it.
I can smell it. Oh yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
But the flavor that would add, like in a little, do you put like little doses of this?
Exactly, little tiny spoonfuls.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. This is so awesome. This is how you just get like levels and levels and levels of flavor.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah, with time and love.
Yeah, so cool. Who needs children? You can
just have veggie babies, honey pots of them.
Exactly.
Oh, there's the rice cooker.
Oh my
that
gosh.
means our rice is ready.
You didn't tell me we were making rice.
Well, you gotta have some rice to go with some kalbi.
Well, this just gets better and better.
I know.
Thank you so much. Before we start grilling, I have a gift. We bring everyone a gift because you know we're coming into your home. From me and Food 52, it's a brand new grill pan, and also it's so gorgeous.
It is. It's perfect.
I'm so excited, and I also love the color. It's a really pretty blue.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
This will be
Will this
perfect
work?
for a grill.
It'll work.
This will be perfect for our ribs.
Okay, great. I'm so excited. What's the first thing we're gonna do?
All right, so we're gonna heat up our pan.
Okay. What are you putting it on? High?
I'm gonna put it on high to heat it up
it
because of the
hot.
cast iron, and then we'll reduce it once we get going. All right, let's go. I think we're hot enough.
We're definitely hot enough.
Yeah. Hold on, let me grab this guy.
All right, I'll leave.
Oh, that's a good sound. Yeah, doesn't it smell so good already?
I'm thinking these go quick. Like how long on each side?
I would do a couple minutes on each side.
Okay.
Also, it sort of depends on how like caramelized you want it versus tender.
And is there like a visual way to know when they're done?
Yeah, I like to look for the little grill marks, like it's like almost start to blacken.
Okay.
That's actually a funny thing because I remember like my mom like hates any like of that like black sort of carbonized thing. She would like diligently like cut each piece off, but I love that.
Oh,
That's like all flavor.
I like everything to be burnt and crispy. That's my dream. In fact, my recipes most of the time I'm like, don't go as far as I'm going if you don't like things to be like crisp. So
exactly.
I'm on your side.
So I think these guys are ready. So let's pull them. Ooh, they look so good. This guy.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Is that mine or yours?
We'll have to fight for it.
Okay. So while the second batch of ribs is grilling, if you're having a great time watching The Secret Sauce with Grossy Pelosi, please like and subscribe so that you can watch all of our future episodes. So do we just like pick them up and eat them, or like what's the way?
You can, but I like to use my handy dandy scissors.
I knew you had a special way.
And have to make sort of like little handheld bites. So
oh my gosh.
Get a good bite for you.
It's also arts and crafts. I love it. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ready? Mmm.
What do you think?
It's so tender. And all the different levels of flavor. The strongest note is like, I think, sweetness, which I really like. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's sweet and meaty.
Oh my gosh, so good.
And then we can also make some. We can use this lettuce to make a meat wrap.
I didn't hear anything you just said because I was stuck inside of this piece of fat. So let's say that again, sorry.
So we can also make some, which is when you wrap it in the lettuce.
Let's do it. Yeah. So I grab a piece of lettuce.
You grab a piece of lettuce. Let me make you a little meat guy. I'm just gonna use my hands.
Yes,
please. We're friends now, right?
Yeah, we're best friends, actually.
Get my lettuce as well.
Okay.
And then.
Oh, you folded it.
I do just because you're gonna.
Oh yeah.
I like to put the whole thing on my mouth.
Okay, great. And then are we putting other stuff on it? Or
yeah. So I like to put a little bit of rice.
Okay.
And basically, you're making like a meal in a bite.
Okay.
So a little bit of rice, a little piece of kimchi.
Oh my gosh.
And a little bit of samjang. So this is like a fermented bean paste that is like a dipping sauce for meats.
Oh my gosh.
A little bit of that in there.
Okay. And then just kind of wrap it up.
And shove the whole thing in your mouth.
Shove the whole thing in my mouth. Thank you for the invite. That sounds like my dream. Mmm. That's perfect. It's so refreshing. A little bit of spice was brought in, which I love. Obviously the rice. We love a carb. Gorgeous. I'm in heaven. Thank you so much. So where can we find you?
Yeah, so you can check me out on Instagram at YouEating and also on YouTube for more recipes and videos and deep dives into Korean food and Korean culinary history.
Highly recommend.